to tap to have some fun. We'll take good care of you. Brainstorm, it's time to play. Magic the Gathering on its way. Join Mom and all the rest. Have some laid back fun and some chess. To help you have fun is our pledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Twitch.tv/gamersledge. Standing on the gamer's ledge. Twitch.tv/gamersledge. Standing on the gamer's ledge. Come on and join some friendly games. We all wanna get wiser. Test your deck and combo play. You'll find we're a lot nicer. Bring the deck for fun magic play. This is totally the right way. To help you have fun is our pledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Slash.tv/gamersledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge.
I shuffle the deck with haste, no delay in the game. Cards in hand, opponent's shame. Let's duel. Play my mystics, spells and beasts. In the magic realm, I'm a mage, not a priest. Cast them, tap the mana, I'm ready to attack. You think you got control? Well, I'll take that back. Yeah. Slinging spells we're gonna play on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday.
Gamersledge.
East, north, south or
Welcome.
west. Magic on Gamersledge is the best.
Gamersledge. Thank you for liking and sharing the live.
Slinging spells we're gonna play on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. East, north, south or west.
Gamersledge.
Magic on
We
Gamersledge is
announced
the
that
best.
in just a minute
We
or
pull you
so.
back from the edge. Twitch.tv/Gamersledge. Slinging spells we're gonna play on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. East, north, south.
You prepared. We need your
The
help.
storm's getting worse. Our exploratory diving bell
The escape the money is here in Barry.
Wong and his assistant Mary Nelson have managed
Our computers indicate that whatever caused it came from somewhere in the Pacific. We'll start searching that area immediately.
Or in other words, greetings and salutations, ledgelords, ladies and gender fluid friends of all persuasions. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Gamersledge. I'm one of your hosts, Mark. Joining me in the Discord is Dan.
Hey.
And going down the line, it's Neil or Matt. What do you prefer, Matt? I
Boom.
don't want to mess it up. Which do you prefer? Do you care?
I don't care.
Okay. Then it's a Matt.
Don't call me late for supper.
Yeah, I won't call you late for supper. And then there's a Plagues.
Hi.
And a Shank.
What's up?
And a Tom.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So Dan and Shank, the link is in the magic thing.
So it's not working.
Oh no.
I got into it once and then I had to close the window, and when I reopened it, it said the game cannot be found anymore.
That's weird because Matt and I are still in it.
Yeah, and I don't get it.
Let me repost it just to be sure. There you go.
Once more under the breach.
There.
It wants to work now.
Okay, there we go. I see you coming in. Okay, you found it. Where was it, Matt?
I don't know. I just kept on turning options on and off until it appeared.
Fantastic. All right, so this is a way that you can test stuff out before you buy, which I highly recommend. Or you can print cards and do it that way if you want the tactile. But this is perfect for starting. Now, it's going to be very counterintuitive to learn, which is a thing. There's so much to teach because it's got 30 years of rules. It's easier to do some of it as it comes up. So we're not going to go into every keyword or everything you might see in the deck. We're just going to cover the basics to start, and then we'll go from there. So short form is when you start a game, you draw 7 cards. And it looks like you've got 3 lands in your hand, and you can tell by in the middle of the card it says land.
Two.
I see a forest, and then the 2 on the left are land, right?
No, the furthest one's an instant.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, it is a little small for me to read, so that's why I was not
Yeah.
sure.
No, yeah. No,
Okay.
it looked like it, but yeah, no, it's an instant.
And this is a me OCD thing, so you don't have to do this, but I normally sort all my land on one side or the other. Just so that I
Oh yeah.
it's just so
I
that
this
I-
is can I actually I can
Yeah,
drag
yeah,
it
yeah,
around.
You can
Okay, yeah.
drag it
I
around
haven't
and do whatever.
I haven't played with the UI too much yet.
So that's one of the main reasons I recommended this one, because it's a pretty intuitive system, and it goes even faster once you learn the keyboard commands for it. So anyways, land is how you cast things. You are playing a dual colored deck, 2 colors, white and green.
What? Okay.
And so right now you can see you have a green, and then you have what we call a colorless. It does not, you can use it. So like, for example, what is that? Idol of Oblivion? Is that what the gray one is?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
got the 2.
Yeah. So that's it's called colorless. This is
You can use anything, right?
You
It's
can
just
use
anything.
anything. You've got it.
Right.
Unless it looks like a little diamond symbol, and then you actually
And
have
then
to
it's
use
these
colorless like
specifically.
those specifically. Yes, you've got it.
Oh, today I learned.
Same thing.
Good. Well, there you go.
I did not know that
Yes.
there was a distinction between those two.
There is.
But you
Damn
could
it, Mark.
use the colorless as
You
a
can.
numbered colorless,
You
right?
can
just
use it as a
have
numbered
to
colorless.
use it
That is
if
correct.
that was a diamond up there.
That's
Thumbs are
correct.
fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs.
That's exactly correct. So, you would be able to cast any green spell you have right now, but it looks like you've got a white spell on the far right side. And can you hover over it? Maybe I can. Am I reading that right? Does it require 3 white pips?
3 white and 4 colorless.
Yeah. So that's a
Now
biggie,
we're
and
reckoning.
you're not going to play that anytime soon.
Right.
But the short form is you would need to have at least 3 white land in order to play that. So
Right.
that's,
Yeah.
Obviously not going to be useful now. The one to the left of it is 2 green and one
the
other.
smallest. That's the smallest I've got is 1 white, 1 green.
Yeah. Okay. So basically the big thing to remember is there are phases to the turn. And you don't need to memorize them all now, but I'm going to tell you the one thing that helped me immensely when I was learning is a little mantra of untap, upkeep, draw. Because that's the beginning of the turn. And that's
Those
where,
are your 3 mandatory steps every turn.
Yep. You untap everything that's tapped. If you have cards that say do this on your upkeep, they happen before you draw. And then you draw. And then to get into the rest of it, it's main phase 1, combat, main phase 2, end step. Don't worry about remembering all that. The ones I want you to remember is untap, upkeep, draw. That's the important one. Because that's where a lot of people get hung up.
Yeah.
So
That's not. I mean, this is like one of the oldest APGs, and most of the other ones have a very similar pattern to them, right? That's
Yes.
modeled after this.
That is true.
So I am play testing a deck tonight based on Most Wanted. And it is a deck about outlaws. And this is the alternate commander. His name is Vihon the Goldwaker.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
This deck is called Social Security Assassination.
Nice. You want to set him as your commander? Now, this is the nice part, and this is why I was recommending that you have it spell table easily accessible. Let's say you want to look at Shank's commander. If you go under his name and just hover over it, it should show it to you large.
Yep, there it does.
And the interesting part about this is while you've got spell table up, if you click on one of Dan's cards, it should actually recognize what card it is and show it to you on the right side where you can hover over it. Now, that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, but if
You also want to make sure you check the boxes in the upper left that say include special cards.
your other left, upper right.
Right.
Hey, it actually did pick it up for me. 10th Doctor.
It's been a long day.
It's all good.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the 10th Doctor has a lot of words. Don't worry about it.
This is a
wobbly timey-wimey.
This is a confusing. It can be a confusing deck, but I looked through all of my other decks and went, "Oh, I don't know where."
I've upgraded them all.
Yeah, I could play a group hug, but he's not going to learn.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So I would honestly say, don't worry about trying to win. Don't worry about doing anything. More than anything, it's just learning the steps and the repetition. And the cards come as you get them and read them and think about them and go from there. I will say that the deck that you have, the deck I pulled up, this is a $22 deck, and it is a surprisingly good deck for how cheap it is. So you'll find yourself doing things without understanding why to begin with, but we'll help with that. I am playing the same deck, but I have upgraded like 10 cards or so, I think, in mine. I'm going to actually buy another copy of it to just leave specifically for this.
Vanilla?
Yeah, just for this. In spell table, on the left side, there is a die. And if you roll a d20, then it puts it in the game log as to what everybody rolled. I rolled a 15.
Oh, where's it?
Hover over the left side where that little pop-out tray is. There
Yeah.
should be a 6-sided die down under the settings. Roll a dice or flip a coin, it says when you hover.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does. The thing that looks like...
Yes.
Dear Lord, I'm blind.
It's okay.
What, we're 20s? We're throwing 20?
We're doing a d20.
17.
17?
Yeah.
You're probably going first. Shank, what'd you get?
Oh,
Like Jack and Diane.
Shoto mate kudasai.
Oh, did you see the news about that? What happened over there today, Shank?
No.
They dropped a powder flares in the army area up north. Fell right off the helicopter.
Oops. Let's see. I rolled a 5. Y'all need to get on my level.
And I will say this, Matt, for deck etiquette, while we're waiting on Dan's roll.
I'm sorry. I've been talking this whole time and I'm on mute. I rolled an 18.
Oh, well, then you're going first. Sure.
I've been talking and offering suggestions, and again, everyone pauses at just the right moment.
That's because we know that your words are there.
Matt even replied to me twice, so I was like, "Yeah, cool."
The other thing about this game as a deck building game is like, if you want to mana thread your deck and then shuffle it once, that's legal, right? But technically, the other people do have the right to pick up your deck or may ask you to cut or reshuffle or whatever the case is. But we're all just kind of friends playing, so it's not like that.
I'm looking at for 7.
I do have one question for you.
Sure.
Do you put the land on the side that you use the hand the most with, like your left or right side?
You put it along the bottom, is the short form. You can order it. There is an official way, and I try and teach the official way, which is very similar to what Matt has up on his screen on the Architect. Generally, your library is on the right, your graveyard is to the right of that, your exile pile is above your graveyard, and your commander zone is somewhere in there. What I've recently taken to doing is actually sticking my commander in the deck face up so that people know that it's not anywhere else. Or get confused that it might be a creature on the board or something like that. Because I used to flip it upside down. I used to do it face down up there in the top right, and people would still get confused. So I was like,
my main reason for putting it here is because I've tried having it over here and I drop it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna yell at you. I just like if you want to know what the official rules are, that's it. But nobody cares.
So it's starting my turn.
Oh yeah, I need to draw.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I don't have anything to untap. I don't have anything to upkeep. I will draw. I will play a command tower, which is a land that says tap to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. That's any color that is on your commander card. I actually have a special case with this deck that I have 2 commanders because one of my commanders says it's Rose Tyler, and it says Doctor's Companion. You can have 2 commanders if the other is the Doctor. So I actually have 2. So my color, my commander's color identity at the time is blue, red, and white, which means my deck is only made up of blue, red, and white cards.
Yeah, and for commander, that's actually a big thing. So since your commander is white and green, all your cards are going to be white, green, or colorless. That's it.
I will tap command tower to play the Ozolith. It's a legendary artifact. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move those counters onto target creature. And I will pass. So I will push the spacebar to move the yellow line to mark.
Okay.
How does this work? Because like, if I'm remembering right, first turn can't attack. Do we all suffer a first turn, or does that just stand as he went first?
It's not that first turn can't attack. It's that creatures come in with what's called summoning sickness.
Oh, summoning sickness. This is the summoning sickness one. Okay.
Yeah, and
so the creatures can't attack on their first turn. So even if he had played a creature, it can't attack because it has summoning sickness. But that's through any round.
Yes, unless
with exceptions. I'm sure there's exceptions.
There's a keyword called haste that makes it so that they can attack or do whatever right away. But yeah. Okay, so I move to my turn. Untap. I have nothing to untap. Upkeep. No upkeep. Draw.
But I was mainly asking because I know that for arena, land is always in the bottom left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mulligan this one more time.
Yeah, I ended up having to do it myself. I'm going to play a forest, and that is the extent of my turn. So I will pass to hit the space bar, and it moves to you. You can always tell in spell table whose turn it is by the yellow bar. So
The big yellow line.
yeah,
Okay.
when you're done, just hit space bar, and it automatically progresses to Shank. So you've got 2 lanes.
So again,
Yeah.
no untap, no
untap,
upkeep,
no upkeep.
Draw.
So to do that, just hit D.
D. Oh, it's probably there we go.
There you go.
Okay. So I would think play the forest.
Yep.
And that would be it.
That would be it.
'Cause
So
everything else is hella expensive. And you
Yep.
can only play 1 land per turn.
Yep.
Normally. Right?
Normally.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Right. F.
All right. No.
I'm really
Untap,
happy I
no
get to
up,
play Magic with you,
draw.
Matt, by the way.
Uh,
I know you're
Yeah,
not,
I'm glad.
I know you're not so happy about it, but
Oh, no, I'm fine. It's just, it's just the schedule. And when you hit me up,
Yeah.
Keegan had just gotten home because Eve has her graduation Saturday, so we're all driving up tomorrow. And so
please wish her a happy graduation for me.
I'll do.
I will play a fountain port,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will tap said fountain port and play a soul ring.
Oh, look at you, poop on the table.
Pooping on the table, very first round. Here we go. And
you're tapping the soul ring for an arcane signet?
I had that before I took a mulligan. So the upgrade was worth the downgrade. And that will be me.
And so
I will pass my turn.
if you click on his soul ring, it's a 1-drop colorless artifact that he can tap it for 2 colorless.
Yep.
It is one of the most useful artifacts in the game.
It's I think excessively rare would be the decks that are built without it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
All right.
Dan's on mute, so we can't hear what he's saying.
And again, I've been talking this whole time. I'm
Sorry.
trying to be nice because it's loud here. I'm gonna play untap upkeep draw. I'm gonna play Gallifreyan Castle Chamber. When it comes in, when it enters play, surveil 1. So I'm going to look at the top. No, I'm not. I'm not because I don't want to put it in the graveyard.
No, you don't
I
have
can
to.
tap-
You can look at what it is. It's
You
just,
may put
yeah,
it.
you may put it in the graveyard.
Okay, it's fine. I can tap for a colorless, for a diamond colorless, or I can tap it to add 1 mana of any color as long as I spend it on a Time Lord or an alien.
Okay.
there's no
And
Is that an
Time Lords or
artifact then?
aliens in Doctor
it is a
Who.
legendary land.
Legendary land. Okay.
And anytime you have, well, we're playing Commander, you can only have 1 of each card other than land. But if it's anything that says legendary, you can only have 1 of them in play at a time anyways.
So even if there was a way for me to copy this and make a token copy of it, I couldn't because it's legendary.
Well, you can, it just dies
I
immediately.
can. It would just die. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's not a card,
And
it gets destroyed. That's probably a better
I
way to say that.
yeah. And I'll pass.
Okay. Oh, hey, look at me. I haven't been sharing my screen with everybody. Sorry. I'm still on the big screen. All right. Untap, nothing to untap. Upkeep, draw. I will.
Mark,
What?
that playmat punches me in the very nostalgic feels.
I had to have this playmat. So good. I play a plains for turn. And I will tap 1 green and 1 white for a Selesnya Guild Mage. Selesnya Guildmage is a 2/2 elf wizard. I can pay 1 green, 3 others to create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token, or I can pay 1 white and 3 others. And creatures I control get +1/+1 until end of turn. That's my turn.
Alrighty then.
All right, so now this time, one of the nice things about using the program is if you hit N, it does untap, upkeep, draw automatically for you.
That's cool.
And for new turn.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And another. Oh, for Pete's sake, this is ridiculous. All right, so I guess I'll play Holdout Settlement.
You can.
Which is.
Do you have anything that you can cast for 2? I know you do.
I do. Do I have the right? Where is that? Okay, that guy. Yeah. Idol of Oblivion. Oh. Does it enforce the rules? If I just clicked it, would it have just played it, or
yeah,
does
it
it?
just would have played it.
Okay, so it doesn't have
does
that
no,
smart of.
No.
Okay.
And the other thing I would
It's not
say is I would
for-
put that
for play.
like on the same level as your mana, all the way on the far left.
Yeah, I was gonna move it. I didn't know why I put it into the creature zone, but
yeah.
So Idol of Oblivion, you probably all know, but draw a card, activate only if you've created a token this turn.
Which you have.
Colorless and tap, sacrifice Idol of Oblivion, create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token.
Nom nom nom. We're all fans of Magic Calamari around here.
That is
That's
Eldrazi.
Eldrazi. Yeah.
That is Eldrazi, yeah.
All right, that's it then. So we pass.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Let's see. That can go there. And then I will play. No, I don't want to drop that yet. I will play a 8, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. Play a land for turn. And let's see. I will tap 1 red, tap Fountain Port to tap, or no, wait. Never mind. I don't have to do that. Just tap Soul Ring and bring out Ingenious Artillerist. This is a 3 mana cost for a 3/1 human artificer. Whenever 1 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, Ingenious Artillerist deals that much damage to each opponent.
That's not very nice.
I mean, you know, it was his career choice. I tried to talk him out of it. And that'll be my turn.
But aren't you the one controlling him now?
You know,
Untap,
it's
upkeep,
just
draw.
all I really control is the contract.
Say a
he
mountain
deals-
for land.
What's that? Oh,
Am I on mute?
No, you're not.
no.
Nope,
we
you're
can
good.
go, yeah.
And then I will tap for a blue, a white, and 1 other to cast or bring out, summon the 11th Doctor. His first ability is I Am Talking. Whenever the 11th Doctor deals combat damage to a player, you may exile a card from your hand with a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value. If it doesn't have to spend, it gains to spend. Also, I can spend 2 of any color, and target creature with power 3 or less cannot be blocked this turn.
So, Matt, in a nutshell, what all of Daniel's deck does is it puts time counters on things, and then he gets to cast free spells whenever the time counters run out.
Okay.
So it's me putting him on layaway.
Yeah, pretty much. Except that you're not
Cosmic
actually
layaway.
you're not actually paying the cost either.
The time is the cost.
Time is the
Trust me,
cost.
if his deck
Time is
builds
always
up
the
the way that
cost.
it did when we played at TwitchCon, he is literally juggling just the multiverse.
Yeah, and to be fair, it mostly does not do what it's supposed to do. So it's a pretty weird and timey-wimey deck that is fun to play, but not great.
It gets wibbly
and,
wobbly at times.
and I am done. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, overpowered.
That's right.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I will play a plains for turn. I will pay 1 white and 1 green to bring in my commander.
I
Imara
thought you already had
Soul the Accord. She is a 2/2 elf cleric. Whenever she becomes tapped, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink.
Mm.
That's me.
Yo. All right. So untap, upkeep, draw, which is N. Ah.
Mhm.
All right. What did we do? Something more that takes infinity cards to play. Okay, fine.
Those
Yeah,
opportunities will arise.
I guess I pass.
Alrighty. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Oh, holy biscuits. I can't play that yet.
Oh, holy biscuit.
Let's see here.
Great googly moogly.
Oh, holy biscuit.
Get it.
Something.
I will play.
Cards are really shiny.
The cards are really shiny. That's correct.
Yeah.
So, Matt, I'll have you know that I am treating this set that's coming out unlike any other set of Magic I have ever owned in my life. I am bindering all of them and not playing a single one. I'll use proxies, but I'm going to try and binder the whole set and try and complete it.
Oh wow.
Not that it's going to
I
happen
will play
like
an
immediately.
Exotic Orchard.
Oh no. But
So, how many
And-
cards did you get with the Final Fantasy set?
I have
There's what, like 250?
no.
300
There's
cards?
308, I think, total in the set.
Yeah.
And I have 3 collector's booster boxes, which are 12 packs of 15 cards piece, and then 1 play booster box, which is 30 packs of 15 cards piece. And then I have a starter set and something else. And I'm going to go
Commander
back.
deck?
Oh, I already played that
Commander
one.
decks. Yep. And then I'm going to play in the pre-release also.
One.
And 15 of those cards
That's
could be
all
Sid.
a tax write-off?
Crap.
That's all
Well,
tax write-off. That is correct, sir.
That's insane.
Yep. Sure is.
That's going to be my turn.
Okay.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. And like that. I'm going to tap a red, a white, and 2 others to play the War Doctor.
That hurt.
Whenever things go into exile from anywhere, he gets time counters on him, and then when he attacks, he snipes using those time counters as damage.
Yeah, see,
picking things up.
Dan and I had the same card stock to work with, but we built very different decks.
Yeah, I went fun. He went mean.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Wow.
not surprising, but okay.
I was just gonna say he went Rose and that doctor, and I went the War Doctor for my commander. But sure, I guess you could say it that way too.
Well, Ken and Rose are the
yours
best
went.
duo.
Yeah, so these and Rose and War Doctor are good too, but my deck went deep into the having cards on the side playing their own game, and Mark went heavy into being able to get him as big as possible with time counters to do the damage. Mark, like in many of his decks, saw the synergy and went for it. And I'm sorry, Matt, but I'm going to swing the 11th Doctor at you because you don't have any blockers currently. So I'm going to move to my combat step from my main phase. I'm going to move to my combat step. I'm going to declare an attack on you, Matt, with the 11th Doctor.
So this is important because we don't go into the minutia of it a lot, but there are what are called priority points where people can react to things. So Dan says, I declare an attack on you with my doctor. If you had a card that said remove targeting attacking creature or whatever, you could do that after he's declared the attack, and then you won't take any damage. Right. So there are things you can do, but seeing as I don't think you have any cards like that at the moment, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah. Instance you can play like that, right?
Yeah, instance. That would be exactly correct.
If you had the mana for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I don't. So yeah, I think I'm taking it.
So in spell table, just hit the down arrow 2 times.
3 times.
Oh, 3 times.
He's a 3/2, yeah. And because he did command damage, I'm going to select a card from my hand that I will put on the side with a number of tokens equal to its mana value. So this is going to be my exile area, but I'll set it up in a second. And it's going to have 5 time counters on it. And 1 second.
So basically in 5 turns, he gets to cast that spell for free. Fractured Identity. Exile target non-land permanent. Each player other than his controller creates a token that's a copy of it. Well, that's an interesting card.
Yep, totally.
Somebody gets a big FU, and then everybody else gets a copy of whatever was removed.
So funny enough, one of the combos that I put in my group hug deck was Dockside Extortionist and Fractured Identity.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's a good combo. Are you done, Dan?
I like how Dan has illustrated the Matrix with a blank sheet of white paper.
Guns. Lots and lots of guns.
Guns.
I think you're on mute, by the way.
Guns. What's that?
Son of a gun. Like, seriously, I'm trying to do you guys a favor. I'm just going to keep it off mute now.
Yeah, you should.
Because something went in exile.
If you hear background
He gets a
noise,
plus
then
one.
He gets a plus. Well, it's not a +1/+1.
Right,
He gets a time
counter. Yeah.
time counter. What I was saying was this is the zone I'm using for my exiled time cards.
Okay.
Yeah, the Matrix.
Yeah, the staging.
The
area.
Matrix. Yeah.
The staging area.
The staging area.
Actually, not
behind stage is backstage is what I usually call it. But yeah. I am done. Thank you.
Okay, untap. Upkeep, draw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, we haven't heard from Dan in a while. He's pretty quiet.
Okay. So I am going to play a card called Nissa's Expedition. It has a keyword on it called Convoke. And what that means is I can tap my creatures to pay for the mana in this. So I will tap my commander, which immediately creates a 1/1 white soldier creature token. As soon as I find it, with lifelink somewhere, Euler. I know I have them. There it is. 1/1 white soldier token with life blink. And then I will also tap this one. So that's 2, and then 3, 4, 5. And what it does is search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle.
That's awesome. Is that one of the upgrades, or is that two?
Yeah, that's one of the 10. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'll grab a forest and a plains, and I will put those into the battlefield tapped and shuffle my cards.
Nova Galactic.
Nova,
How
what's up?
about those Final Fantasy cards, though?
Talk about having to eat crow,
Nova Galactic with the 16 months of radar.
Thank you for blowing up the Enterprise.
Well, Crow has to do more paperwork.
Yep, Crow has to do more paperwork.
I like that you chose that that gift, that portion, because everybody knows you hate Star Trek.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And that's everything I can do on my turn, so I will go ahead and pass.
It's fine with me as long as it's not blowing up the Millennium Falcon.
I'll do that later. I need to do that one as like the 3-year reward.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Hey, something I can play. Oh my
Yay.
gosh, crazy. Play a plane and
You can, by the way, now you can play your commander also, by the way.
yeah,
Because
can.
she's only 2.
Right. So it's just a creature that you can resurrect effectively.
Yeah, so if she dies, as an example, or is removed from the game, or whatever happens to her, she goes back to the command zone, she gets a tax of 2. Every time that happens, a cumulative tax. So the first time it'll be 2, the second time would be 4, the third time would be 6, etc., etc. But
And so that's just colorless additional.
yeah, it's just colorless.
Yeah, so like the first time it'll be a green, a white, and the number 2.
Right. Okay.
And then the number 4, and then the number 6.
Well, I may as well. Not ideal, but
Now, I believe, if I remember, I'm looking at your card. You have a crazy good land in the deck right there. What's the second ability of that land that's untapped for you?
tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color.
Yep. Do you have an untapped creature you control?
I do.
And what happens when she taps?
1/1. Oh, that's the token creature token thing. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So tap this. But then that allows me to tap
Tap
her.
it for a green, just say, as an example.
Right? Okay, for a green, yeah.
Yep. And then
But
the nice part about this program that you're using is if you move off to the right of her and right click, there should be an option for tokens, and it should actually have the lifelink soldier token. It's at the bottom, I think.
There's soldier.
Yeah,
Two
that's it.
soldiers.
Soldier.
Okay.
Bam, done. There's your
Okay.
one with lifelink. And did you create a token
And then
this
now,
turn?
Yep.
yeah, that's
Yep.
what I was gonna
Keep
say. I
getting
got this
there.
over here, so
Yep.
I get to draw a card, right?
Yep.
Well, if I tap this,
Yeah, if you
Tap
tap
it
you
and
draw a
draw a card,
card.
yep.
I would anyways.
and then
Yeah, you can just click on it or hit D either way. Oh, that'll be good for. That costs 2 though, doesn't it?
yep,
Yeah.
and I only have 1 green in my pool, which means is mana burn a thing? If I leave,
It is
No.
not anymore.
Okay.
Um,
not anymore. Okay.
I would probably say ditch the God Almighty expensive card on the end because you got to go down to 7 at the end of the turn.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah. If you just type,
So do I just?
yeah, just move to graveyard, and that's it.
Sure. And that's part of the end phase activity.
That is correct.
Okay.
There will be some cards that say at the beginning of your end step do X. And you do those and then discard at the end. Nova, I really thought from that pre-release, the cards that were leaked at that Brazilian pre-release, that the set was not very powerful. And man, have they made me eat those words. I think this is one of the most top-heavy sets that they've ever done. It's crazy good.
Nova Galactic. It is so powerful.
Did you look at all the small green cards between Tifa and Seymour and Seymour's butler?
Nova Galactic. I already have a mono black Sephiroth
It's
deck.
Yushin.
Yeah, it's Yusheng.
Thank you.
You bet.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
You already have a mono black Sephiroth deck. I already have my one winged angel Sephiroth summons deck done. And I'm just putting the pin on my 10,000 needles to all my friends deck.
You're a monster.
You're a monster.
Vault of the Archangel. Let's see. Yeah, that works. I can do. Oh, I can't do it that
Nova
way. Alright, so I'm
Galactic.
gonna tap one
Nice.
red.
I still need my mono white cloud deck and my Yana summoner deck.
This is a 2 mana cost human rogue 2/2 with menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tapped treasure token. Whenever Generous Plunderer attacks, it deals damage to defending player equal to the number of artifacts they control.
Huh?
And that'll do me.
Untap. And then I believe the first upkeep thing of the game, this loses a time counter.
Yep.
And then draw.
Oh, you turned it the wrong way, though. It should have gone up to 6.
I thought you meant I turned it the wrong way.
Right. You should have turned it to the left, not the right.
I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to bring it U mark. And when I do, the War Doctor is going to do 1 point of damage to your soldier. And because it's going to die, it's actually going to get exiled, which is going to make that 2.
You're a bad person.
And then I'll hit you for 6. And because I did combat damage with the 11th Doctor, I will put
Oh, Matt, you're at 37, not 38. My bad.
Deep
No,
blues. Yeah, because
I've got 37. You probably can't see it. Can you see it? It's...
Oh, that's the wrong one. You got to use spell table.
Oh, okay.
so that we can actually see it. Up in the
Just hit Dan.
Yep. Just hit Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm whacking him with my mouse cursor right now. He doesn't seem to be reacting, but.
I'm reacting.
It says 37 on spell table now.
Because this was exiled with his ability, this goes up to 3. On my second main phase, I'm going to I want to make sure I still have that. So I'll tap 2. And then bring out Rose Tyler. And I will pass.
All right. I'll go untap my soul. Oh, no, I won't. Because Dan's me. Untap.
You wouldn't have had to untap him anyway. I'm helping you.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Bizarro, I'm helping.
Making life easier on you.
All right. One green and 2 others to play Kodama's Reach, which is another of the upgraded cards. That lets me search my deck for 2 basic lands. I put one into my hand and the other tapped into play. I'm going to do both forests.
Ramp, especially in green decks, Matt, ramp is adding cards that make it so that you have more land than your turn would be.
Yeah,
okay.
And
they help when you get behind. Like right now, you're behind the curve on land. I mean, all of us are except for Mark.
And because this tells me to put the land into play tapped, that doesn't count towards my 1 land per turn. So I use the other one that went in my hand to go into play. So now I can use it immediately. I will.
Those are the kinds of mental gymnastics that I can't keep up with.
Pay 1 green and 2 others. 1 green, 1 white, and 1 other, for Dauntless Escort. I can sacrifice it, and it gains indestructible until end of turn.
Oh, neat.
How big is Rose right now?
2/2.
Matt, I have to send Amara at you, unfortunately.
Hey.
Now, this is where there is one other thing we need to talk about for Commander. You can block, and it's basically like throwing a body in front of in front of a truck, but it will absorb all of the damage from the truck. And your guy has lifelink, so you'd actually gain a life because that's what his power is 1. So you'd gain 1 life if you do that. What?
You also should have gained 1 life.
No, because you dealt damage to me.
Oh, and it's only combat damage.
Correct.
Oh, poop.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
if I had some way to do damage back, it would be lifelink, but I don't. So basically, you just ray gunned me from from the moon. And there wasn't much my
Okay.
poor soldier could do.
I'll be right back.
My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. But if you do take it instead, then you'll actually take your first amount of commander damage. And that is something that is different in commander than normal magic. If you take 21 commander damage, you die.
From any specific commander.
From a single commander. So it has to be the same commander has done 21 damage, not... Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. I just didn't know I was going to need to bring a notebook.
Yeah. Welcome to Magic. So
well,
you
the
don't
spell
need to
table
read-
account.
spell
Spell
table
table
will
account just
actually-
everything.
actually do it for you. So if you go up to your name in spell table, and you click on your commander's name, you'll see that there's a thing here for me for my Amara Soul of the Accord. You can click 2.
Oh, okay.
That won't change your life total, but it will let you keep track of how much commander damage you've taken.
But it does. So does it do both? It takes.
No. It only you track it here, and then you have to press down twice.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you actually take the damage though too. It's not.
Yes.
It's not a separate pool of damage. It's just
Yeah,
like
that's
poison
correct.
counters. Or
Yeah,
something.
no. It is yes. But you have to do
Ironically, it's actually harder to track in person.
it is actually harder to track in person. That is true. And you only need to do that if you're not blocking. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I think I'll throw my soldier out in front of it.
Okay. There you go. So he goes to the graveyard. You can just hit G.
Ah.
There you go.
Then you said the life link actually gives me 1 life. I don't know life link.
That is correct. That is correct. So, he was 1 power, so you gain 1 life. If he had been 2 power, you'd gain 2 life. If he'd been 4 power, you'd gain 4 life.
Okay.
So cards with lifelink are pretty strong in that way.
Yeah.
And
so that's the handy thing because they're going to get smackled and they'll at least help you survive the smackling.
And just as an FYI, well, you have a way to tap your commander. I don't. That's why I have to attack. So good on you. And that's me. I'm done.
All right. Oh, let's see. It's that whole untap upkeep. Okay, what did you do? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy mother of pearl. That would actually get me to 4, but what do you do? Because you control half tap, add green. Okay. Just tap, add, well, that's not very nice. Okay, so basically those are my options, right? Well, I've got this, but let me think about this for a second. Target enchantment. Somebody has an enchantment out, right? It's all artifacts, isn't it?
It's mostly artifacts right now. I don't think anybody's got an enchantment out right now. And you'll notice the second option on that Sylvan Reclamation says basic land cycling 2. So if you wanted to spend 2, you can discard that, search your library for a basic land, and then put it in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Well, since you've been kind of screwed on mana, that might help you.
What was that?
The far right one, Sylvan Reclamation.
Okay.
It's got its second ability is basic land cycling 2. So you could pay 2, one of which by tapping your commander, just saying, to go search your library for and discard that to the graveyard and then go find a basic land of your choice and put it into play.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So that's the step. So damn it. Not what I meant to do. How do I undo that?
Control Z.
Okay. Using the standards. So So this part is independent. You don't have to actually play it. Oh, it's an instant. It's actually not a creature.
Right.
But you're also not playing it like
But
that.
you're
But
also not playing it like that. That's correct.
Right. Right. Oh, if I play this, it's this cost instead of that cost.
Correct.
See, I was thinking that wasn't in okay. So in theory, what I would do, right, is I would tap the holdout settlement, which would then tap her, or it could be used to tap her, which would then give me
I would totally do
another
that. Yep.
soldier. So 1, 2.
And that gives you a green as an example.
Yep. Yeah. Green. It's a soldier out there, which then allows me to activate. Well, okay. Order of precedent. Would I do that first to draw the card, or would I do the?
I would hold off for a second. And I'll
Okay.
explain
Do the.
Yeah, I do
this first.
Yeah, I do that first. So you need one more tapped to be able to do that.
you only spent one.
Oh
so
no,
far.
because I used that one. Because I used that
Yeah.
ability. That doesn't give me the actual mana. Right. So I need
Yeah.
to. Okay. Get back down. So then.
There's 2.
All right.
And now you can.
There's 2.
Yep. Drag that.
Drop
to
that.
graveyard. And now
Now.
right click on it and say search library. It's going to bring up, and you just, if you want a forest, right click on it and say play to, or move to hand.
Yeah, I think move to hand.
There you go. And then top left back. And then right click on your library.
Shuffle?
No.
Oh, yeah,
right click on
okay.
your library and say shuffle library. There you go. And now you can play that land.
And I haven't played that land because I haven't played a land yet.
Correct.
So
there you go.
Okay, that's not all right. Okay, it's like that, and then
I would tap and draw now, right?
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he has 7. Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is, don't you have an artifact that costs 2?
Yep.
I do.
So I would play that.
Okay. Yep.
And
I
now
can tap that to add 1. Okay. Anyway.
And now you have 6 cards in hand, so now you can tap your idol and get a card,
okay, I
and
see
you
what
won't be
you're saying.
over the limit at the end of the turn.
Draw.
Because it's probably
It's
not
ace,
anything
so-
you cost for play for 1.
Yeah.
Which is how much mana you got.
That would all I'd have would be yeah.
Yeah, so it either gives you a colorless, or it
Or-
gives you a white and a green, and you lose 1 life.
But it hurts me.
White
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a green, and and it hurts you.
Yeah.
But it's super useful.
Yep. And then that's as close
Those
as
are
I
called
get.
shock
but, yeah.
lands.
Oh, that's actually an artifact. A very
All right.
useful artifact.
Oh,
2,
it's
4,
the
5,
talisman, not a shock land. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's about that.
I think you're about
Pass it
right.
on.
That was a productive productive turn, though. You ended up
Yeah.
getting back to curve almost for land.
All right. Untap.
Yeah.
Upkeep, and I will create a treasure token. And Matt will also create a tapped treasure token.
So Matt, if you right click in the blackness,
Yep.
You can go
Token.
tokens, and there should be a treasure one there somewhere. If not, then just say
Search.
view all tokens. Yeah.
Dinosaur.
Huh.
This
No
guy.
treasures.
Yeah, that's a weird treasure.
Those
token.
are
I mean,
not treasure
you can use
tokens.
him, but that's weird.
That's on Architect. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I am too.
Unless there's another place for it. There might be another place.
I never really got
Find
into
it.
the token creation on there, so.
Well,
you can just say play.
You can use
play
that
yes, tap.
Oh yeah, S tap.
Play tapped. Yep.
Yep, play tapped, and
then
then
back.
draw.
There you go. A treasure token You tap and sacrifice it for 1 mana of any color.
Okay.
It's an artifact, so you can put it with your rest of your artifacts. Yep.
Okay.
And also, whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under my control, Ingenious Artillerist deals that much damage to each opponent, so everybody takes 1 damage.
Ow.
Oh, nice.
Your soldier died for nothing.
And I'm going to do this so I can hopefully grease the wheel here a little bit. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to tap 1 red and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play Brass's Bounty. This is a sorcery that says for each land you control, create a colorless treasure artifact token with tap to sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool.
4.
So this guy goes away.
Yep.
And then comes back.
Can I get 1 of these drumsticks?
For a total of 4.
Can I get 2 of these?
So we all take 4 damage.
That is correct.
And you all take 4 damage.
Nice.
And
is it?
I mean, for folks for him who's mana starved, yeah, a little bit. He's doing what damage he can, Mark.
And then I have 4, so I'm going to take that off for a total of 3 to bring out my commander. Vihon Goldwaker. This is a 3 mana cost, 3/3 dwarf warlock. Other outlaws you control have vigilance and haste. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, you may have treasures you control become 3/3 construct assassin artifact creatures in addition to their other types until end of turn.
Huh.
And I'm tapped out, so that's my turn.
Well, you go to combat, your
You
treasure
may
token becomes...
you may have them become creatures. It's your choice.
Okay. But it has haste. He could swing with it, right?
He
If
could.
he wanted to. Okay. You're good. I was just wondering how that would work. You're good. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, that's me.
Untap.
Did you guys see that Jodan Baker passed away?
I did see that.
That who?
Jodan Baker. He was a 70s action star. A lot of cop films. I knew him from Riff Tracks.
Living Daylights, Goldeneye, Tomorrow Never Dies. Yep, it was the first thing I saw when I opened up social media this morning.
I'm going to move to combat. And I'm going to spend a right and 2 others to play Spontaneous Flight on Rose. She gets +2/+2 until the end of turn, and I put a flying counter on her. And I'm going to... Yeah, because this is... we need to bring you down to size. I'm going to wing at Jim Shank.
Rude. What did I ever do to you?
I'm going to do okay, so a lot of things just happened. So let me do the math really quick. I am talking he's going to put a card into exile.
Does it happen then or when he does damage? Deals combat.
Oh no, you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's the War Doctor that triggers on combat declaration.
On combat, yeah. And Rose Tyler for when she attacks. Okay, so Rose Tyler is going to get 3 time counters. 1 for each of these cards and 1 for the War Doctor. Each of these time counters gives her +1/+1. The War Doctor is going to do to your soldier mark, and it'll exile, which will make this a 4. And I had not thought this through, Mark. It's a valid point. I had not thought this through. So, Harlequin Black. There's a 3/2 11th Doctor, a 3/5 War Doctor, and Rose is a flying 7/7.
And flying, if I remember, can only be blocked by other flying or walls. If walls
or
still exist.
reach.
Yeah, reach is the
Or reach.
actual
Okay.
keyword
That's
for
the
that.
new one. The keyword. Okay.
Walls
damn it, Dan.
walls just can't attack. They're
Right.
forced to stand there.
All right, what's the total damage?
1
Okay,
million.
so you could kill the 11th Doctor by blocking with either one of your 2 non-commander creatures. Just letting you know.
Yeah. block 'em with
Total
Generous
damage.
Plunderer.
Huh?
I'll block him with Generous Plunderer.
Okay, so the 11th Doctor will die also. That was a mistake I made. War Doctor is 3, Rose is 7, but 7 commander.
So 10 total, but 7 commander.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that way wrong. But that's okay, I'm learning too. I haven't played this deck in probably a year. And I am I'm done.
He didn't have any counters on him, right?
He did not.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to help.
Yep, I just did.
Untap. Upkeep. Let me untap my soldier. Oh, wait, he's dead again. You know how long it took to perform that resummoning ritual? Crazy. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, creates 7, 8, 9. Convoke for March of the Multitudes. I create 9 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink.
Jeez Louise.
This is to represent the untapped ones. there's 9 of them and 1 tapped one. And that's my turn.
All right, so the 3 things. Nope, I gotta hit it. Come on, hit the screen. There we go. Okay. What'd you throw at me? Another creature. Everything in this deck have a cost of 14.2 gajillion.
Yeah, no, that's the really weird part. The answer is no.
just the way I'm playing it, huh?
Yeah. It has a lot of little stuff normally.
No enchantment. Right, so nothing really to
Oh,
do
you have March of the
there.
Multitudes too.
I do.
Yeah, it's the
I know. I'm agreeing. I just don't have the criteria to cast it. So, well, okay,
1,
that's
2.
not entirely true. I
Yeah, you do.
but I'm not gonna. I mean, if I do that and that and that and that,
It creates 2.
that only leaves
and 2
me.
in your treasure. Oh no, 3, including your artifact over there. I'm just saying it is something you could do, and it will make another soldier token.
Right.
Oh, so you could actually get it up to 4 if you do her first. Because the convoke thing lets you tap the creatures to pay for 1. So you'd use her for 1 white. You paid the 2nd white, then when you used her for the white, it would create another soldier creature token. You tap 1 more green, and then you have 1 more green, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. You could get 6 1/1 soldier creature tokens out of it. And if you're wondering how I got to 6, use her
1,
for white.
2, 3.
Yep, and then 1,
1,
2, the 2 soldiers that you would have at that point. 3, 4,
4,
5 for the
5,
artifact, and then 6
6
for the treasure. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So do that. We got that's 1.
And then make a new.
And to do, do that, you do the soldier. And then needs another white so that, and it needs a green so that. So that takes care of the cost.
And now you're on the X part.
Then that's 1.
You can
2
just
for the top ability, yeah. 3. And I can just do the regular one right there. 'Cause I need colorless, so I can do.
Yep. So 4.
4, 5, 6.
Yep. And then you just create 6 new soldier tokens. You can right click on it. No. Right click on the soldier token, and there should be a create
copy.
Yeah. And just do
5 more.
Bam.
All right.
And
creates X one white soldier with light. Okay, that's what they are. Okay, so that goes. Oh nope, that was not what I meant to do. Damn it. Well, I wasn't going to do that anyway.
Control Z.
Oh yeah, Control Z. So I meant to.
Just G for graveyard.
E graveyard. Why was I thinking D?
And then you can tap your thing to draw a card if you want to.
Right. Which I'd have to get rid of something, but at this point.
And that treasure token is gone.
Yeah, that treasure token just hit G on also.
Oh, the treasure token. Okay, so that goes bye-bye.
Yep.
Okay.
You have to sacrifice it to use it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a reasonably cost monster.
Does it have
So what do we get
Convoke?
rid of?
Am I seeing Convoke?
No, Defender.
Oh. Do you have anything else that costs Convoke?
No.
Okay. Then yes, you will have
Oh,
to.
wait a minute. Yeah, that I do. Yeah, I've got this. Well, I've got this instant. Create 3 1/1 green sapling creature tokens.
The
He doesn't have
bad
the
part
green
is
mana,
you
though.
don't have the green mana to start it
I don't
off.
have the green mana to do it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've only got what these would just give. These give white, right?
Those those
colorless
would be colorless.
Okay.
Because they don't have a mana cost.
Right. They're considered white creatures, but they're not generative of white mana.
Are they? I don't think
says
they are.
White.
Does it say white?
Well,
what does it say on the
White soldier creates a 1/1 white soldier.
Then it would count as white. Yes. Sorry.
Creates a 1/1 white soldier.
Yes, if
creature
that's the case,
token.
then yes, they would count as white.
Okay. But that doesn't help
really?
the green cost. So
Yeah.
I got to get rid of something.
Yeah, because that's how Convoke works. If it's the
Yep. That's cool.
one of that creature of that creature's color or colorless.
Yeah. That's
I
neat.
had thought they were colorless, so that's why I said it wrong. My fault.
I guess get rid of this guy. Well, he's got reach. If that's flight, that's more expensive. He's got death touch.
I would probably definitely save the Convoke thing.
Yeah, what's the defender keyword?
Defender means it's a wall and it can't attack.
Oh, okay, so it's a 0/2. Okay, yeah. You know what? Actually, I've kind of created a wall of 1/1 things, so actually, yeah. Oops, it's not what I meant to do.
That's all right.
There you go. All right, and pass.
Just FYI, Matt.
Yep.
I'm trying to pull up. Look at that second card.
This dude.
Yeah, Sentinel Hierophant.
Oh shoot!
You see its ability?
Control, have tap, get green. Yeah.
So that means
So all of your soldiers
all
are
of your
land.
soldiers
Land.
would count as lands, basically.
Nice.
Without
That's
having
awesome.
to use
turn.
without having to use the Convoke keyword.
Right.
I would highly recommend putting that out next.
You know, that makes sense. I was going to play that this round until the whole Convoke thing came up, and then like, oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
Now you have lots of fodder for him.
I do.
It's you, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing.
I'm doing.
Did you tap your Soul Ring this turn, or was that last turn?
Oh no, I did not. Thank you.
You bet.
Need help. Well, he does have the lowest, almost health at the moment.
I let's see. Let me think if I can get away with this.
He does think hard. Does commander require 4, or can it be any number 2 or greater?
It can be any number 2 or greater, but it's designed for multiple people.
Right.
So 4 or more is the ideal. Andy, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in, friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass my turn. I got nothing.
Okay.
Untap. Upkeep.
It is at its most balanced with 4, but I have been in like up to 12 player games.
Oh wow!
It doesn't go quick, but it's
Which
usually
is
crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. We played a couple 8s when we were there last year, and even those were crazy.
Yeah, they were.
I'm going to play Temple of Enlightenment. Comes in tapped, and it allows me to scribe 1. I'll leave that there. And
We should play an 8, and I'll bring my group hug deck.
Well, I mean, that's going to be the plan. I'm sure we will. So bring it.
Bring it.
Whenever we play, well, it may be more than 8. I can't remember how many people are actually going to be here.
Mark, can I just get a big screen?
Yeah, 100%.
Thank
No,
you.
because then you're looking at me. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me.
I'm certain.
Uh-oh. What just happened? Did I fall off? Did I fall off the internet?
Dropped. Okay.
Did I fall off the internet?
Oh,
Still
you're
got a
good.
big screen. Am I mute? Okay.
Hold on. I'm just now coming out of whatever that was.
Okay.
Something literally just happened here in the house. I'm not sure what. Might have been power surge or something. Okay, let me try this here. Magic close up. Let's see if it does now. There you go. Sorry about that, Dan. Oh, hey. 1 second. There it is. So I just have 911 life links.
Okay. I'm going to.
I can go back to the other screen. So
Yeah, you're good. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to. Oh, I have no idea.
Cakes D. Yo, Cakes D in the house. What's your
I don't think
favorite
it's
cake,
green.
bruh?
My house is chaos right now.
Peanut
I
butter.
guess that's what
Movie with a piece of bread being thrown out a
Yeah,
window.
she's doing this challenge where it's showing you pictures of bread and you have to guess the movie.
Oh.
And she's gotten 4 out of 5, I guess. It was War of the Worlds.
Her bread identification skills are strong.
At least she'll know which apocalypse she's in if that's what she has to measure it by.
Okay. I'm going to swing
Cakes
the
D peanut that S
War
word
Doctor
S bruh.
at Shank and Rose at Mark, and the War Doctor is going to do 4 damage to Mark's creature that's next to the one that would make them invulnerable.
How much damage is coming at me?
He's a 3/5.
You should double block with both your creatures and kill him.
I mean, he's not running. Oh, I'm sorry. And because there's 3 more, she's 6. So she's bigger for you, Mark.
So I'm taking 3 damage.
Yeah, it's the second one from the left, Mark.
Yeah, I know.
4
I know what
damage.
it is. I'm thinking.
4 damage.
And that's not commander. Okay.
I'm gonna sack him so all my creatures get become indestructible until end of turn.
Okay.
And then how much damage?
And
am I
then
taking?
it's a flying 8/8.
And commander,
Commander.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, commander. And I will.
Oh, no. Oh, crap. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I will let him die. That's fine. I'll let him die. And I'll still take the
And when it dies, it actually goes into exile,
Yep.
and that makes him a 5/5.
Yep. Oh, so it's exiled instead of. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. If it's enough damage to kill it,
Yep.
it's exiled instead.
Yep.
I will pay 1 blue, and then a buyback cost of 3. I should have done this before. That's okay. To play block spinning, choose a counter on target permanent or suspend card. Remove that counter from that permanent card, or put another of those counters on it. I'm going to put another counter on Rose. And then that goes back to my hand, because I paid the buyback cost. And I will pass.
Okay, me pass. All right, Mr. Pike.
Yep. I've done the thing, so I'm good.
Good, good. I'm glad. Untap.
Bring it.
Upkeep.
Were you lying? Take it. Take it.
Draw.
So. Wait, but you're sick. No. Shh. That hand is clean. Mark. Oh.
So here's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tap, tap, tap all, tap. I'm going to play Hour of Reckoning with Convoke. Destroy all non-token creatures. I think
in response,
yes.
I'm going to tap 1 red, tap 1 white to play Boros Charm. Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn.
And do you have a response, Dan?
No.
In response, I'll sack my.
Does Matt have any responses? I mean, your commander will die, but that's it.
Yeah.
Right. That's the sorcery, so even if I could scrape up the points, which I don't think I could, it wouldn't matter. So nope. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to sack Dauntless Escort so that all my creatures have indestructible.
Nice.
Yep. And then
that doesn't actually go to the graveyard.
Yeah, it goes to your commander zone. There you go. And then I'm going to pay 1 green and 2 others.
That card goes away though, right?
Which card?
Your wipe.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Thanks. And I will play Harvest Season. Search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of tapped creatures you control. Put those cards onto the battlefield tapped and then shuffle.
That's ridiculous, Mark.
Oh my god.
So that is 11 tapped creatures, so 11 basic lands.
Well, we know who's winning next round.
No.
I mean, this is ops normal. Mark just has to get to turn 5 and everything explodes. That's the philosophy I'm learning.
I don't know. It sounds like this Final Fantasy stuff is going to explode in turn 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Trying to be Yu-Gi-Oh.
It
Hey,
feels
Yu-Gi-Oh! If you
like
haven't
with
won
the
before
hype
you've
that
even
Mark
played a card,
has-
are you really playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
with the hype that Mark has, I'm beginning to wonder if Final Fantasy is setting a pedigree that is like trying to replace all of existing Magic.
Do things I done running.
Bad Fox, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Dan Kirkut.
2 off the top.
Okay.
What's up, Bad Fox? Thanks for coming and hanging with us.
How are you doing? What's your favorite color Magic if you play? Are you excited about Final Fantasy? So there's 11 lands that come in tapped onto the battlefield.
I'm to the point where I'm ready to scoop.
Why?
Not out of rage, just because I'm sitting here going, okay, we're not allowed to target lands.
Dan was murdering us. I stopped it. Although, yeah. And besides, you had an answer for it, which was good.
Cakes D.
I
did. Yo.
My answer for it was I've only actually played 1 month. Creature. Sorry, creature.
Yeah, we all know Mark's the monster.
And then I'm going to pay 1 green.
To play Wrath of God directly on Daniel.
And 2 others.
Your harvest season's still on the board.
Oh, thanks.
Cakes
To play
D.
Reclamation Sage.
I got no welcome.
Clean up your room, you're not getting any dessert.
Cakes, I said peanut butter. Welcome in. And then my dog's bark. And I'm going to target
That is
Gosling.
brilliant. Yep.
And I
7
passed.
giant dogs.
And I'm gonna scoop.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. That was just messed up.
Barks 0x. Oh god. Questions.
I was
X I love Violet. I've never played
It allowed
Magic.
it to destroy
and
my
I love the out
Ozolith,
of
which had
Final
all of my
Fantasy
tokens that were gonna go back on
X.
Rose. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
There aren't any hard feelings. It was a good strategic move, but he is a
Mark,
monster.
You're rude. That's it. I scoop. End of the game.
All right.
Naomi just said, "How do I know you're talking about Mark?"
Cakes D. Sorry, bro. I can hear now why all.
You're so mean to your friends. That's what she said.
Cakes, welcome in. We're happy to have you. Peanut butter is my favorite cake. I've only had it a couple times. At least done well. Bad Fox. Violet's a great color, but it's not a color of Magic, sadly.
Yeah, it is.
Violet? No, it's not.
Yeah, blue and red. Is it Dex, Mark?
Yeah, but you can't combine them into violet. It's blue and red. The Final Fantasy cards are beautiful. If you've not had a chance to see them yet, I can put the link in. It is amazing. And it's going to bring a lot of new players.
Mark, are there going to be official vendors there, or is it all going to be like...
Yeah.
Cakes D. Peanut that S. Where
So
it S
there
at
is
bra.
a chance I would be able to buy the Final Fantasies or the Tarkirs there.
So, yes, they will be selling. If it's anything like last year, they will have Final Fantasy boxes.
Barks
for sale.
0x. I have not.
Bad Fox, I
I
just
would
put the
love
link
to
right
see
above what your message there.
XD.
That's all the Final Fantasy cards that they've spoiled so far. You should be able to buy boxes of Final Fantasy there. Again, keep in mind they're going to be at
a premium.
Yeah. But more importantly, we should be able to buy the secret layers there.
Yeah.
That's really what I'm excited about. I will probably forego the box.
No
of Mystery Booster too.
Galactic. Did you see any of the Final
saw all
Fantasy Secret Lair?
cards, and I saw the bonus cards, and I want them all.
Oh,
All
I
of
didn't see the
them.
bonus cards.
Yeah, somebody in Japan leaked all the bonus cards, so they're real nice. I think they're on that. I think they're on the MTG Goldfish spoiler
No
list as well.
Galactic.
They're so good.
good.
All I want, like the one I want the most, is that Ristic study. I know I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
I have like
That's
a
pretty.
3% chance per box of getting it.
Stay with me. I think that's what it is.
Stay with me. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Matt, you got a ton of tokens. You have.
Nope.
I would start with him. Yep.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get him and the commander back out, and I don't think I have quite enough of the right combination.
It's
of
a
things to
green
do
and
it.
3, right?
This guy, yeah.
Green, 1,
Oh.
2, 3. Yeah, so tap all your land for it.
But he needs a white still.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Tap
could
all
tap
your
these
land
3.
for it. So green and 3, right?
Okay, yeah, 3.
Yep.
Yep, green and 3. Yep.
Now take one from the pain land for a white,
Oh,
or
yeah.
from the pain artifact.
Oh, so take 1 white there. So
And now just tap
Who's
one of your
out?
guys for green.
right now, since they're white and it's added that when I tap them, would I actually get a white and a green, or do I have to pick?
No, you only get, if you were casting Convoke, you would get to choose the white or the green. But if you're not doing Convoke, your only choice is green.
And you also need to tap 2 more guys.
More right, 2
Because
more
of
guys to get the
commander
the-
tags.
yeah,
right,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. And that brings her back out.
brings her back out.
And you've got a bunch
And-
of green mana still that you can use.
Right. And since she wasn't out when I just used that just to do the regular. I did that for the mana, so that was never mind. So I can't do that. Well,
Now you could cast that Convoke spell that you have in your hand for the Sapperlings,
yeah.
and that will allow you to tap for another card draw if you want. Or if there's something else you want to play, feel free.
So it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Plus your guy. Yeah. And I would actually not tap one of your guys, and I would tap your commander.
He can't, because the
Oh,
commander
yep.
has summoning sickness.
Yep.
If the cleric guy said, tap a creature to get a mana, then he could.
Yep.
But because it says creatures you control have this, it's still summoning sickness still applies.
Yeah.
So that creates one green sapling. So stop rolling.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Just do one and then right click on it and say 2 more.
No, not counters.
Yeah, 1 more down. Oh, almost at the
Right
bottom.
there.
Yep.
Duh. Jeez Louise.
No, you're good.
More.
There you go.
And then that goes away. And then this. Now, tokens don't have summoning sickness, right? So if I
They do.
wanted to use them, they do?
Yeah,
Oh, they do. Okay, so they're not eligible.
that is correct.
They're and he's summoning, and then tap. So the only thing I did create a token, so I could use this to draw a card.
You should.
Yep.
Getting that on turn 1 is actually super clutch.
Amazing.
All right, and then thing.
That was a very productive turn, sir.
Yeah,
It was. That was very good. I appreciate this. And pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Wolf, what's up, man? Welcome in. How you doing? Happy Thursday.
The Wealth Grey.
This
Lurk.
is kicking me while I'm down. Smoldering Marsh enters tapped because I don't control
Cakes
2 or
D
more
card
basic
game hype
lands.
brothers.
God damn it.
And this is why those come out of my deck.
Yeah,
mean,
but
Mark
was
usually
expecting
has-
to control 2 or more basic lands by this turn.
Mark usually has 35 basic lands out, so
Shut up. It's not.
Yeah, like right now. I mean, tonight's the prime example.
This is the only time this deck has ever done this. Ever. Of course,
But
I
every
just
single
lied.
other deck you have does this.
It is kind of true. Not. I mean, I am
On
nothing if not
purpose, because
consistent.
it's a good strategy. The more lands you have, the better. That's why the successful decks I have are land fueling.
Ramp.
Ramp.
Who said that last thing? Cakes D card game hype bros 100%. Cakes, do you play Magic the Gathering? If so, what's your favorite color?
You're up, Dan.
And I agree, peanut butter is where it's at. I do like a good peanut butter chocolate cake too, but a lot of times it's really hard
When
to
you
be
say
balanced.
peanut butter cake, is the sponge actually?
So I've had it two different ways. I've had it as the icing, like I've had a chocolate,
Like I've had a peanut butter frosting, right? Yeah.
a cake with peanut butter layers and chocolate frosting. Actually,
Oh, okay.
that was good. But then I've also had it to where the peanut butter is baked into the sponge.
I wonder if you use that to replace the oil. I mean, that'd be a heck, but
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really heavy.
With
It was surprisingly light. That was the thing that I liked about it, and
I was
very
gonna say,
moist.
that would normally be
Cakes
pretty dense.
never played.
Yeah. I wonder if they
Favorite
use like
color
peanut
is red.
oil or something
Ooh
like that
yeah,
instead. to get
peanut
the flavor. Or
chocolate
peanut
you.
butter or peanut butter powder, because you can get powdered peanut butter.
That might be the
Just use
case.
the powdered. That might
Yeah.
be it.
That might be
Peanut butter whiskey.
Me here, the baker, sitting here trying to figure out how to make that concoction in my head.
And
Chocolate cakes with a nice peanut butter frosting is pretty awesome. I do like that.
I'll pass.
Okay.
All right, what do you do here? Well, I was paying attention.
So,
Play the
Matt,
thing.
Yeah, you didn't answer the
code
question
phrase
yourself.
that you're listening for right now is, so here's what happens.
Untap.
When you hear that, the game is over. Mark just hasn't explained it yet.
No. Untap. I need to separate my mana here. That is all white. Cakes, I don't think I heard you say what is your favorite type of cake. Because now I'm curious. Untapping.
Carrot, by the way.
What?
Carrot, by the way, for me. Carrot cake.
I am a strong carrot cake lover myself. It is one of my favorites. It's usually moist. The cream cheese isn't super cloyingly sweet a lot of the time. So
Yep.
I like that strategy. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Least favorite, lemon poppy seed. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's a muffin.
Man.
What's lemon poppy seed cake too?
All right, I think I just
Think about lemon cake. I just can't do it.
one life. The wife loves lemon cake. 3 white and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Gonna create either a 1313 monster or 13.
And I will cast White Sun Zenith.
Cake Steak Caramel
to
Cake
create
is my
13
favorite.
2/2
Gimme the
white cat
caramel
creature
icing and
tokens
filling and caramel swirls
shuffle
bread.
it into my own
Ooh
library.
yeah, carrot cake and lemon poppy seed that S where it S at bra.
Mark is literally just herding cats.
Yep.
That's what all those soldier tokens are actually
Yep.
doing. They're running around chasing
Yeah,
the cat.
they're
That
chasing
is
around the cats.
100% correct. I actually don't know if I have cat tokens. I'm sure I do somewhere.
He probably tore them up.
Wolf, squirrel, spirit. Let me check the backside of these. Sold. Sorry for the wait. I'm going as fast as I can. Okay, not in this stack. Guys, going deeper.
I have to step away for one moment. I will be right back.
No worries.
Mhm.
Well, I got cat beasts in there too, so that's close enough.
This is an official Magic game, sir. We're gonna have to have the exact tokens.
I got 2 words for you. Officially, no. Okay. Crap, how many did I say?
13.
13. Okay.
13.
I totally couldn't remember. 13. So
3. You needed 3.
yeah.
If you don't remember,
3.
you get
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. 3.
Yeah, and they were all 1/1s.
13. 2 keys. And then I will use my last 2 lands to bring out a Leafkin Druid who gives me 1 green normally, but if I control 4 or more creatures, it gives me 2 green instead. Mana dork. And I got to shuffle my deck, and that's my turn.
Hey then. So doing the 3 thing. Interesting. Okay. That obviously plays with another card of some sort or something, but that's an interesting little side effect. All right. So I have a thought.
Before you have a thought, would you care to cut my deck?
I trust you. Shouldn't, but I do.
Okay.
That's when we hear the voiceover that says he did not, in fact, trust him.
Okay, so what's your thought, Matt?
Okay, so I've got this Great Oak Guardian, right?
Trust him.
1 green, 5
Mhm.
whatevers, right?
Yes.
When it comes in, it makes everything I control +2/+2 till the end of turn, and it untaps them.
Yes.
Them would be creatures that I control that are tapped, correct?
That is correct.
So I tap the soldiers, pull him out, soldiers come untapped,
Yep. And they get bigger.
and they get bigger. All right, so
And then use
I'm gonna run out of screen here. You over here, you over here, you over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since he comes up to play,
Oh, I wouldn't do that. No.
no.
That's the last thing you should do in the turn before, like in your main phase, before combat.
Okay.
Do you understand why?
Why? No, because I done tap them, and then I can grab this guy.
But you can. So keep 6 of them. What was it, 6? Yeah, keep
6
6
total,
of
yeah.
them untapped. And
Don't use them
Don't use them. Is what I'm saying. So keep 6
because
of
you
your guys,
want to tap a whole bunch of other guys as well.
because it'll untap
and then
all of them.
Yep.
Make sense or no?
I okay, so opposite order of what I was
Correct.
thinking then.
Yes.
Right. So instead of doing that one first and getting the points back, do the other stuff first.
Yep, and just keep 6.
I'll leave 6. Leave at least 1 green and 5 other left to.
Correct.
Okay. But the first thing I'd want to do is actually do this to tap her to get 1 more soldier, right?
Yep, and
1 green.
And 1 green or white or whatever you want.
Oh, right. Tap that, tap her, get a green, and create another soldier.
Now move that one off
You
to
want
the
to
left
separate
side
him
because
Yep.
he's got summoning sickness and can't be tapped.
Oh, right. He can't be tapped, right? Okay.
and also can't attack.
Right. You can't do anything. Just sitting over there having a day.
Yep.
Okay. So then I do 2 green and 4. Okay, well now I've got to redo all the math because I had it figured out the other way.
Just
Yeah.
keep the three sapperlings over there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Don't start tapping yet. Keep the 3 sapperlings over there and add 3 soldiers to the group of sapperlings.
So basically, these guys.
Yep, and that's the cost of the thing you play last.
This guy.
Yeah.
Right.
So now you can tap it. You have 1 green or white, up your choice, floating right now from the commander.
Right. And I think everything I want to do is green, so I would leave that green.
Okay.
So I need 1 more green, so I might as well take that.
Mhm.
And I need 4 more of whatever. I'm not going to use plane, so I could take that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, and that brings out the Thunderfoot Bailiff.
Which, as long as you control your commander, Thunderfoot Bailiff gains +2/+2, making him a 7/7. And other creatures you control get +2/+2 and have trample.
Yes. So normally, how we would keep track of this is I would put a +2/+2 dice to the left of the Thunderfoot Bailiff to let me know that everything to the right gets +2/+2. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to do that on that program. So,
you're just gonna have to try to remember.
Yeah, or you can put +2/+2 on each individual card. I wouldn't do that. I'll keep.
Like
I've got it. I've got it. I'll just hold up a 2 to remind myself.
Okay.
So what else can you play? What else can you play that
Let's
doesn't
see.
go into
Got
the 6?
2, 3, 4 left. Draw 3 cards.
Does that guy, the Sentinel, whatever his name is, does that actually? It says creatures, so that counts for him too. By the way.
Right. So I could tap him for.
Yep.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. So 1.
And don't forget. Oh, you can't
2,
tap
3,
the
4,
Thunderfoot.
5.
Yep.
I can't use these 2. Right. So okay. So there's 5. So 4 mound would be eligible. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token.
Mm-hmm.
That would not be eligible. This would be eligible. When far of an elf enters the battle, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it into your battlefield tapped, and then shuffle.
Okay.
Not bad. And then that's the guy that we're doing at the end. And then this thing, I spent my white, so I can't do that.
You
thing.
can.
Well, I could
just
use the
just
talisman.
redo it. Just we're easy about that stuff, especially as you're learning. So just untap your white and type the green next to it instead.
Other creatures you control gain +1/+1.
Ooh, that's good.
Battlefield, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink.
Imagine that.
At the beginning of your end step, each player gains control of all their creatures they own.
So sometimes there are cards that say take control of target creature, and they basically steal it from you. This makes it so they have to give it back at the end of every turn.
Right. Okay.
Or at the beginning of
So
your
yeah,
end of your turn.
if I swap that and then be
Do it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
There you go. So that comes
Alright,
into
so
play
the-
over on the left side also. And now everything gets +3/+3.
+3.
And you'll make 2
And
more.
2 more.
Just do it over on the left one.
This
Yeah.
guy. Yep. Yeah.
There you go.
This isn't at all confusing or crazy. Okay. So then I do my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and bring EC out onto the field.
Yep.
Which gives all creatures +2/+2 until the end of the turn. So until the end of the turn, they're +5/+5, and untap them.
Yep. +5/+5. Untap everything.
Freaking awesome.
You can just click on them and they'll untap, by the way.
Oh yeah, duh. I've done that before. Come on. Okay. That stays tapped. These stay tapped because they're not creatures.
And so
And
all
now
of
you need to wipe some people off the board.
yeah, all of your guys are six, or they're +5/+5s, which makes all of your 1/1s 6/6s.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah,
You should wipe Dan and or Shank off the table.
because you could easily wipe both of us off the table.
Come at me. You don't
Unless
have,
Shank
you don't
has.
have guts. Come at me.
You have guts. They're just yellow.
Oh, what is it that you've got on the board there, Daniel?
I have the 10th Doctor.
He has
But
one.
all of your guys are bigger than him. So if you send 7, 8 guys at me, I can't possibly block you to do damage. Like I'll block 1, and then the other 7 will hit me and kill me. Shank has more blockers and less life, so
Yeah, they're little guys, and they can only stop 2 of your creatures.
Remember, his stuff has trample.
Oh, well, okay. All right.
And they're minimum 6/6s.
Come at me.
so you know that 8 of them are gonna have to hit me. Straight out. So I would probably
No, that's way high. His smallest ones are 6/6s.
Oh, I thought they were all 1/1s.
No, +5/+5.
But they're plus,
until
plus,
end of
plus,
turn.
No. 1/1s
Trample.
+5/+5. I
Yes.
have 35 life. So yeah, maybe 6 of them then.
6 of them, yeah.
That's 636.
And I'll
Oh.
block 1 and take
So it
1
takes 7.
extra point of damage
Yes.
from
Yeah,
the
if I send-
trample.
If I send 6, that's 36.
Se-
Yeah.
7 to be sure. 7 to be sure.
Which is
Yes, I'm
which
sorry
is
to be
what I
sure.
was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I am
Daniel.
eliminated.
And then
Bum.
you sending the others.
One of them is one of them takes 3 damage, but that's not enough to kill it. To kill yours, so you're good.
So then 4, so that's 24. Plus. So he's up. Dang it. He's a 3.
So he's 3
So that's plus
+5. So he's an 8.
5. So he's an 8. 8. He's a 7. Plus 15. Plus 24. That's 39.
Yes, and do you understand the concept of trample?
Trample means that any points over go through.
That's
to the-
correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
You got it.
So 24. Yeah, I guess it's all of them. Get through Shank, right? Because they'll partially block 2 of them. So that's 24. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. I only get to 30, so then you'd need this one to get to 36. So yeah. Okay. So I guess the rest of these guys are going at Shank for 36.
Okay.
I tapped her to attack, so does that count as tapping her to attack? Do I get another?
Sure does.
So I think I'm going to have to do a little mana gymnastic here, but in response, I'm going to tap Exotic Orchard for 1 white. Thank you, Mark. That's going to let me tap Fetid Heath for 1 black, 1 white. Then I'm going to tap Soul Ring for 2 and Fountain Port for 1 more to play Ink Shield.
So this is a card that does not get played nearly as much as it should, and it's a very dumb card because no one expects a Spanish Inquisition.
So Ink Shield is a 5 mana cost instant. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you this turn. For each 1 damage prevented this way, create a 2/1 white and black flying inkling creature token.
So you're going to create 64 inkling tokens.
All right. That'll teach me to ever attack anyone ever again.
No, you did exactly the right thing.
You did brilliantly.
I have played a lot. Well, not as much as Mark, but I played a lot of Magic since we started this back up a year and a couple months ago.
3 years ago, Daniel.
3 years ago.
3 years
This
ago.
started at
And
TwitchCon.
Shank, to date, Shank is the only person I've ever seen to play this card.
And only one other time, in our things
I
that I
did
could think
see. I saw Dark play it.
Yeah.
I saw Dark play it once, and I did play it against Jimmy Julius's artifact deck.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Okay, so I've got 64 of those little floating guys.
That's what part of why Mark said it was dumb.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
The other thing
but-
to remember, though,
Oh,
is
yeah.
that is indeed 64 creatures right there on this card. However, 64 creatures in Magic ain't nothing with the right card in your hand.
And the funny part is, Matt hasn't gotten to his board wipes yet, so there's still time.
Exactly.
Because those
Okay,
board wipes,
so-
those board wipes I've been playing, Matt, are stocked
Yeah.
in the deck.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So nothing happens. All your stuff is fine.
Right.
It's just their tap.
He's just got an army of
He's
little
just has
flying
an army of flying things,
people.
and he's probably going to kill both of us.
Right. So I might as well go ahead and tap that since I've created at least one token this round and draw a card.
That is correct.
At least one, yeah.
Well, finally got another land.
Hey, you can
Could add
still
a
play it
land since
too.
like round 2. Oh yeah, I haven't played it, right? So I can play that. Yeah, why not? And with one green, I don't think I can actually do anything. So
I mean, he may
Yeah.
decide to be, benevolent and not
Generous.
attack us, and just
right, but
keep his wall of squids, flying squids, to threaten
wall of
us.
squids. Wall of squid. All right, and I will pass.
I imagine a bunch of the ships from the Matrix,
But right, yeah.
or the
just
squid,
drippier.
the squid things.
Drippier, right?
Yeah.
So I lose
All right,
2.
untap.
Ooh, so
Okay,
everything's a
oh,
plus
ink
4
shield does
4
go
now,
away.
right? I've still got 1 there. Oh, 3 3.
And
Yeah,
draw.
+3.
Yeah, because they were plus 5, so now they lose the plus 2.
So
but
you
they're
still have
plus
a
3, plus 3.
ridiculously large, huge army.
Let's see. Can I get an artifact count?
Was nice. Only 700 more for that sweet slot combo.
Working overtime, fighting crime, fighting
7 months. That sounds like those people who like
raiders who will neutralize soon as they arrive. The soundtrack is gonna lead the mission. Expect from God's such supervision. Mass is the mighty power that can save the day. Mass, no one knows what lies behind the masquerades. Always riding on Venom's trail. Come see the laser rays. Fight away.
Thank you again, Mr. J Nice, for the 77-month sub re-up. Always appreciated, never expected. You are a rock star. I
Probably
appreciate you.
5 years.
okay. Yeah, so
It's
it's well within
Beaker
two
is
last
Mike
time I
Myers. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Night,
Shank-
night, you
Shank-
guys.
Oh, you're taking off? Dan, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Have a good
yeah.
evening.
You too. Bye.
And Shank said you
What is-
passed.
No. I need an artifact count.
I just teasing.
I have
Jerk.
2.
Oh, artifact count?
Yeah.
Was nice.
Assuming
I
tokens
stopped
don't count as
buying damn
artifacts.
No.
drops.
I have none.
Okay.
Don't worry, that's how I feel about it too, Mr. J Nice. You stop buying damn drops. How are you doing, Mr. J Nice? What's new and fantastical? What'd you have to eat tonight? Let us know all the things.
Favorite cake.
Oh, yeah. That was the question of the evening from Cake. He finally said caramel cake is his favorite, Give me that caramel icing and filling and caramel swirls, bro. Oh yeah, carrot cake and lemon poppy seed. That's where it's at, bro. I love good cake enthusiast. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Well, I got nothing else to do. So 32 inklings at Mark, 32
Nice.
inklings at Matt.
Going through work emails and playing some Marvel Strike Force mobile.
What's there?
They
They're
are
flying.
2 ones with flying.
Yeah. The real messed up part is I have a card in my head that could stop this nonsense, and I have no mana to cast it because I didn't think we'd be at this stage already.
Cakes do yeah, bro.
So I was just building up my walls of people over here. So I did not leave any mana open, which I should have done.
Yeah, and I could only block one of them because this guy's got reach. Nothing else has flying or reach.
GG. Good game.
Yep.
Well done.
Nice.
Wow.
You did great. You did great, Matt. And you can see why this deck, I mean, for
Yeah,
a stock deck, it's pretty doggone powerful.
So the original story of that deck was incredible because Mark, he spoke fondly of it. He was like, man, I can't believe this. My wife bought this deck for me. Wasn't it for Christmas or your birthday or something?
Yeah.
And he was like, so, you know, it was like a $30 deck. So, you know, let's just test it out and see what happens. And then he proceeds to bludgeon us with it. Like, oh, you know, I might put like a couple of upgrades in there.
Yeah, I mean, that I actually really want to upgrade it a lot, but I've been not because it's basically my, you know, let's sit down and teach people to play Magic deck. But I'm gonna buy another copy so I can upgrade this one the way I want it to be, and then I'll have that for training purposes of stock, because even stock, it's ridiculously powerful. Like it's really strong, and it's like $23. It is it has never gone higher. You can get it off Amazon for $23 right now. In fact, I already bought my second copy of it because I'm like, I need to.
And it doesn't have like any major cards in it, right?
Nope. I will say that like
tokens,
most of the ones that I changed were adding Convoke cards to give her more ways, and I need to actually add a couple tapper creatures so that I can tap her for mana, kind of like the one that the Sentinel one that you had there at the end. But they have 1-drop versions of them that you can do. It doesn't give all creatures, but it lets you tap one, which is all you need for her.
Right.
So that's the type of upgrades I would go for this deck. But it, you know, for $23, dude, there are single cards.
Start, man.
Yeah, there are single cards that cost more than that deck. It's so dumb. It's so good.
It's a good beginner deck too. It's got, you know, good basics in it. Good, you know, I've learned a lot of concepts through it, right? I mean,
you've got Convoke and Reach and Lifelink, and I think those are the only keywords in it that you wouldn't have exposure to. I'm looking through the rest of the cards here. Landfall is one that you could run into in here.
Landfall. If you got into Magic and you played a Landfall deck, those things, I have seen a Landfall deck go from just, oh yeah, building up my little army here, to you play one card and everybody else at the table is almost dead.
Oh, jeez.
There's
this card here had the landfall.
Angels sang out in an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris.
What is your favorite?
Snails.
Yeah, 9-inch snails. I'm pulling up though. Hold on, let me grab the. Oh, and the angry dog is the avatar. So that's awesome. Welcome in. Let us know if you play Magic, what's your favorite color, and if you don't play Magic, what's your favorite video game of all time?
9-inch snails. Oh Lord.
Yeah, so it's a great beginner deck because it doesn't overload you with a bunch of keywords. Trample, but we kind of talked through that.
Yeah.
There is a Lord of the Rings card that so there is a white enchantment that gives all of your creature
9-inch snails.
spells
Right
convoke.
now, probably Ono. I made it tribal, and I really like Simic.
And this card is one of the dumbest cards. It is not terribly expensive. I want to say it's like $5, but it's Galadrim Brigade, and it introduces a keyword called Squad.
Coke Chicken subscribed with Prime. They've subscribed for 32 months, currently on the 27-month streak.
Crusaders working overtime, fighting crime, secret raiders who will neutralize soon as they arrive. The Tracker's gonna lead the mission. Expect from Scott such supervision. Is the mighty power that can save the day. No one knows what lies behind their mad charades. Always riding on Venom's trail. Come see the laser rays. Fire away.
Again for the 32-month sub re-up. You are a rock star. I appreciate you. Everybody, all the big hitters coming in tonight. Shank last night.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming
Coke
in.
Chicken.
That's right.
That's right. No more Star Trek for this guy.
No more
Just
Star Trek for
ATS
this
cartoons.
For this guy, just 80s cartoons. You know, actually, Tom gave me a great idea tonight. I think we're gonna go blow up the Millennium Falcon for the 3-month and above, or for the 3-year and aboves, and then I'll set it to blow up like the Death Star or something for the 5, for any 5-year and aboves, something.
Coke Chicken. Sounds good.
I just gotta do it. Do it.
You also have to have a Borg cube exploding.
Nope. Nope. I'll have the Borg cube blowing other ships up. That's a good idea. 32 months with a 27-month
I
streak.
thought it was a good idea.
I don't want to blow Borg
Coke
cubes. I'm
Chicken.
the Borg.
You should also get like
You're
Kenny
not the
doing
Borg,
a V-trigger alert.
Kenny doing a V-trigger alert. That is actually a good point.
I actually wanted to make an alert out of the match between Darby Allin and MJF when MJF turns to the kid in the crowd and goes, "You love it, fat boy! You love it!" And then Darby Allin just bulldozes him from the ring.
So I was starting to tell you, Matt, this Galadrim Brigade card. It's 1 green and 2 others for a 2/2 elf soldier, but its mechanic is called Squad. And it's similar to another mechanic called Kicker that is like whenever you cast a spell, it has a cost associated with it in the text that you can pay as an optional cost. And what this one does is it makes a copy of itself for 1 green and 1 other. So if you have a bunch of mana, you can make a bunch of copies of this card. And what the card does is it gives all other elves you control +1/+1. And so if you make 20 of them, all your elves are 20/20.
You're just a murder elf.
Yes, pretty much.
Coke
It's pretty
Chicken.
dumb.
Forget
Buckshot
it.
and Hidden
Buckshot
I
and
will say
Hidden
that
Blade
Buckshot and Hidden
alert.
Blade combo was pretty sweet. Not gonna lie, that was probably one of the best finishing moves I've ever seen.
I'm
9-inch
not sure it'd be
snails.
appropriate for them
Or
to
you
call
could
it the
play
hidden shot,
Starlight
would it?
Spectacular and make all your elves have a little parade.
I mean, they do a little parade through all of my enemies' corpses, 9-inch snails. So sorry, did I make that dark?
Damn it, Mark.
But yeah, there are a lot of inexpensive good upgrades that you can do to this deck to make it really sing. Court of Calling is a green tutor that lets you search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, and it's Convoke, so you can use all your tokens to pay for it.
9 snails. Is it Reese?
No, I use. Oh man, it should actually be on the overlay for the stream. Hold on, let me see here real quick. Hold on.
I understand why they did it, but I am not happy
Coke
with
chicken.
Althir and Fran's
I didn't
card
know
for
Matt played.
It
Final
was
Fantasy
Matt's
release.
first game tonight, because he's getting the Final Fantasy set, and I said, "Hey, if you want to learn, this is a great time to do it." He did swimmingly.
He did brilliantly. I mean, his board state was incredible.
Coke chicken.
I had a lot of
Nice.
help, but
No, I mean, I
But
I
you were
would don't
picking
know
up
what you
on-
were expecting
you
for
were
your first
picking up
game,
on
but you
plays
did
the
not
market
need a lot of
didn't
help.
suggest.
You did not
Yeah.
need a lot of help, to be honest.
okay. Well, I mean, it's not my first. What are they? TCD, whatever.
Right,
you
right,
know,
but it's
so
your
I
first
mean,
game of
it's
Magic,
not-
but still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking on my overlay. Give me 1 second. I think it says yes. I am. No, this is what? No, this is horribly wrong. I am not. Oh, this is in the deck. Okay. Does it list the? I guess it doesn't list it out as a commander in this tool. Hold on, let me find it. It is. It's not nearby, so I can't just go grab it and tell you what the commander is. It is
9 snails. I have a silly CEST deck.
Why do I not see it in here?
Nails the two that I generally gravitate towards are Simic and Golgari, but this Mardu deck that I played today with Vihan, this was pretty good.
Let me do
It did
this
not
way.
even play the way it was supposed to, but it still played.
It still worked.
Yeah, it worked. I had Everybody Lives in my hand.
Oh yeah.
And I had it since turn 1, and I've been sitting on it, and I just didn't leave the mana open because I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like, I'm gonna make a bunch of cat tokens, but it's not like the game's gonna end in a turn, and then
Guess what happened?
And then suddenly an ink factory exploded.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. It's a common. I'm trying to think of the name of it, and I'm failing. It's the one that you can pay mana to give all of your elves 2/2/2 and trample. You pay 5, and they get, I think, +2/2 and trample, and you can pay 1 green to
elves or something.
It's Izuri Renegade Leader. That's
Renegade
the
Leader. Yeah.
Yeah. So sad. I had to go look that up. I never remember his name ever. Did you see the Final Fantasy Elf, by the way? Shank?
No.
Me?
Oh, and Matt. Yeah. His name. Let me see if I can put it up on screen here. Hold on. Where is my? Nope, that's not it. Do I have one? Actually, let me go to a mark close up here. That should do it. Yeah. Go all the way up. Desktop 1. Okay, great. So if I throw this over here and I make it full screen.
9 snails.
And I go to green.
My ammo deck is pretty sick. I got Apex Devastator out on turn 4 or 5 last night.
So I've been playing a Kona deck on Arena that is the basis for my summons deck, my Final Fantasy summons deck. And I'm getting like just ridiculous things out on turn 4. Okay, so for green, it's paired with Seymour. I swear to God, when I go to the pre-release, all I want is Tifa. I want Tifa Lockhart. She is the dumbest character. She is a landfall character, Matt. Whenever a land control enters, double her power until end of turn.
9
So
snails.
you cast
Seymour S.
any buff on her and then throw a land out and she gets monstrous. No, Seymour from Final Fantasy X. Maester Seymour to be specific. And why do I not see him? Oh, here he is. Yes, so his name is Trommel, Seymour's butler. He's 1 green, 2 others for 2/3 elf advisor. Each other non-token creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1
9
counter on
snails.
it. Pay 1
Lol, I was being
and
silly.
tap to proliferate X times, where X is the number of non-token creatures you control that entered this turn. In an elf deck? Are you kidding me? You'll be able to like proliferate 3 or 4 times per turn. It's crazy. Crazy. And Seymour is actually just as gross. Where is he? Here he is. 1 green, 2 others for a 1/3 human elf cleric.
Impressive.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Meister Seymour's power on another target creature you control. Just put tokens on them. And then you can pay 2 green and 3 others to monstrosity X him, where X is the number of counters among creatures you control.
You should drop up preposterous proportions on Tifa Lockhart.
Oh, I mean, these in combination with Tifa are just nuts. This Lifestream's Blessing is one of the greatest draw card things that they've ever printed, because you draw X cards where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Most of my decks have a tutor to get an 8 or 9 cost creature out early. And then you drop this, right? So you draw 9 cards. Then it goes to your graveyard and you recast it for Foretell from your graveyard. Or you can do that in advance, whatever. But if it was cast from exile, you gain twice X life. So you gain 18 life as well as drawing 9 cards. It's just ridiculous. Sorry, not from your graveyard. I misspoke. But still, you just pay 2, you put it face down, you cast it later for 5, and you just gain a ton of life and draw a bunch of cards. It's so good.
Wow.
So Trommel, Seymour, and Tifa are the beginnings of a just kick-ass beatdown deck. Beatdown counter deck. And there's a bunch of other supporting cards. I've really been like, I really want to try and build green if I can out of what I get, because it just seems like there are crazy amounts of, and here's an elf druid that has evolve, and then you tap for green for each +1/+1 counter on him. It's crazy good. Yeah, this set is bonkers. Like, there are hardly any bad cards in it. This is the one I really want, this Cloud Siege Inn, which is my Nyx Bloom Agent, which is in almost every single green deck that I play. I really want that because that art is fantastic.
It is.
And so I think the things to think about, Matt, for you, for if you decide to build decks out of the Final Fantasy things yourself, rather than necessarily doing the pre-built commander decks. Did you get the commander decks or no?
Not yet. Well, we didn't get any pre-ordered. There's a store nearby that didn't do pre-orders, and Mitchell's planning to go stand in line.
Okay.
And see what he can snag.
So, green is giant creatures and ramp and card draw. That's usually the big things in its encounters, I would say. Those are probably the 4 biggest things. So ramp means more mana faster, more lands faster, larger creatures out on the board faster.
Right.
And kind of like you saw how that ramp worked tonight. Once you made it so that all of your tokens could then, tap for mana, you had all the mana in the world at that point.
Right,
to do
right,
just
right.
about whatever you
And then a
want.
creature that untapped everything.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
So
It's
like,
ridiculous stuff. And so, so that's green. White is generally life gain, removal, and either angels that are all powerful or a billion weenie creatures like what you had tonight.
Right.
Red is direct damage, meaning like spells that damage your life total, or not your life total, but opponents' life totals.
Right.
Small, fast creatures and dragons. I would say those are probably the big roundabouts for red. Blue is denial. No, you can't do that. No, you can't cast that spell. Return that spell to your hand. Blue's kind of a color for people who don't want to have friends.
I was gonna say the blue's the not playing nice color is what I understood. Yeah.
Well, actually, it's black. Black is the one
It's
that's
Monday. Oh.
the most egregious. Blue is annoying, but at least when I try and play blue, it's just to stop game breaking situations.
Right.
Not, Monday, what's up? How you doing, my man? Happy, what is today? Thursday. Sorry. But yeah, blue is large flying creatures, denial, and card draw. Or I'd say control and card draw. And then black. Black is destruction of everything, land, creatures, opponent's hands, giant creatures quickly, and card draw. Yeah, I'd say card draw also. Black is one of the most interesting ones because it uses your life as a resource, much in the way you use mana.
Okay.
So you get to get a bunch of card advantage, but it comes at the cost of your life. So then it becomes a balancing act of, do you add, things to make you gain life in there too, or how do you manage and reckon that? So it's an interesting color, but that's really if you don't want to have friends. Black is the way to go. So yeah, those are like the big 5 colors. There is colorless also. The only real deck in colorless is not one that we play at the table because it's one of the meanest and most egregious piss your friends off deck possible.
Wow. Okay.
Which is Eldrazi, which is the giant
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu of the Magic universe.
Yeah, it's the flying spaghetti monsters.
Yep. And it is ridiculously dumbly strong.
They're also, all of the old gods in Magic are assholes, but the Eldrazi's are particularly awful.
Yep. We every once a year we'll bring the deck out just for because somebody
Just
has
for shiggles.
a fast deck they want to try out against it or whatever, but it never ends well for anybody. So yeah. What did you think of your first game?
That's pretty good. I mean, I can see. I always struggle at deck construction. It's not one of my skills.
It's not one of mine either.
But I can definitely see this precon was pretty well thought out, right? It's got a lot of good interplay already in it.
See, and one of the main it's not a complaint because I understand what they're doing, but one of the things I disagree about with the commander decks is that usually they are built with 3 themes in mind. 3 different ways that you could build out the deck from the starting point that they give you. Do you want to play it this way, or do you want to play it that way, or do you want to play it the third way? And then you make the decision to do that. This is one of the few decks where they don't do that, where it is pretty much a cohesive deck right out of the box. And it doesn't stray too much into one direction or another, because normally in a deck like this, you'd have a bunch of life gain stuff, even though there's nothing to do with it in this pre-con. That's the type of stuff you'll run into. So one of the things I like doing is taking the deck, figuring out which one of the mechanics out of the deck I like the most, and then completely remake the deck around that mechanic using that base to start. But I'll trim off all the stuff that does other things because it's too easy to get distracted, or the deck's not doing what it's supposed to because you've got all that extra fluff in there. But this deck doesn't have that problem. And it's one of the reasons I like it. Could you easily upgrade it with better cards? Yes. But for like straight out the $23 box, it is phenomenally good.
Yeah.
And the nice part is because you have it this way, you can look up any of those starter decks on Architect and you can play those.
Right.
Even though the cards aren't out yet, you can still play the decks. So, or you can keep playing this one. It's up to you. Yeah, or whatever. We play every Thursday. Hopefully you'll come back next Thursday.
Yeah, I will. I'll definitely try to.
Okay.
Never know what life's going to do to me, but
yeah,
you know,
I hear you. I hear you. I think I will not be streaming on Tuesday, Shank. And Tom, I'm just saying that now because I think I will be at a licensing trade show, but I'm not positive. So we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
And also same for Sunday. I will probably not be streaming on Sunday for the same thing. But that's going to do it for us for tonight. Thank you for the game, Matt. Thank you for the game, Shank. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Tom, for hanging out. Thank you, Ken, for the sub re-up. Thank you, Mr. J Nice, for the sub re-up. Thank you, Nova Galactic, for the sub re-up. Thank you, Shank, for the sub re-up. And we're going to find somebody to raid out to here. Do you have any questions before I go?
No, I'll mull on it. If I come up with anything, I'll let you know. But I've got a lot to ponder at the moment, so I think I'm good.
Okay. And a lot of times I will use this thing. One of the hardest things, like for me, one of the hardest lessons to learn out of my 30 plus years of playing this game, which makes me sad, is when mulligan. And so a lot of times I'll just go in by myself and I'll draw those initial 7 cards, and I will actually, if I'm not sure, I'll play it out. And that informs me as to whether I should have mulliganed. I will always tell you at least 2 land, preferably 3, or 2 in a ramp.
Right.
Of some kind are usually what I'm looking for.
Ideally 2 in Soul Ring. That's like the perfect draw.
The perfect draw. I can't believe you got that turn 1 Soul Ring. I never get it turn 1. So frustrating. But yes, we're gonna go ahead and raid out. I think we're gonna raid out to a Nick Howard. I think. I'm just making sure there's not anybody else. Wolf Gray is.
By the way, Dank's dog made it through surgery.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, I think we're gonna raid out to Nick, and if Wolf's on tomorrow, I'll raid him tomorrow. Raid Nick Howard N7. And then raid Nick Howard N7. Raid message is going to be popping up in the stream. If you're a sub, use the second message. If you're not a sub, that's okay. Use the first message. But we're going to raid out to Nick Howard. There are the messages. Feel free to copy pasta them. We will be back tomorrow at the latest 7 p.m. Could be earlier, depending on life situations. So we'll see, but we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow. So anyone that would like to join us, you're more than welcome to. And we will head Nick Howard's way. Make sure you copy pasta in there. Show him some love. let him know you're there. And he is, if you've never met Nick, he is one of the nicest people on Twitch. He's got a beautiful voice, and he is a good friend, real life. We have hung out a couple times now, and I'm actually looking forward to doing that again soon. So we will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 Central, 10 Eastern at the latest, if not earlier. Thanks again to Shank, Matt, and Tom, and Dan, and Plagues, and Ken, and Mr. J Nice, and everybody else. Until next time, as always, be excellent to each other. Of course, game on.
Game on.